Y'all today. Kind of wrapping up the year, the first semester. Don't look at all these errors. Um, First off, just want to talk about what I've been doing a little bit. I've done some other projects doing like CSV data, which is kind of like a spreadsheet, and gathering those data and sorting them and things like that. But the big project I've been working on the last couple of weeks has been a Twitter bot. Mr. Goddard challenged me to create one. So here I went. The first thing I want to talk about is what is GPT-3, which is what he asked me to create responses with. So the whole project was to be able to pull tweets from Twitter using their API, take those tweets, store them in a variable in my code, put that tweet into GPT-3, which is an AI generated text chat bot type of thing. It's really cool. You can do basically, you can ask it anything. It has an answer. Just don't ask it to scrape the internet because it'll tell you no. Trust me, I tried. Anyway, but I mean, it can even like write papers. I mean, it's incredible what it can do, all with artificial intelligence. But you see these things over here: temperature, maximum length. You'll actually see those in my code. Their parameters basically is what they are for a response function. I actually took this bit of code right here from the documentation OpenAI gives you to use their API. But yeah, I mean, you can ask it anything. Like, I can say, write an essay outline, a research paper outline over artificial intelligence. And it will write you an outline. Some other things. I mean, it can do anything. We've done in class a Rick and Morty story, which was awesome. Morty. Anyway, but yeah, it's just crazy what it can do, and it writes responses to tweets. It'll even do hashtags and things like that. My project is actually called Boddard. Anyway, I actually had to apply for a developer portal, and I used the OpenAI GPT-3 to come up with my responses and got accepted. I had to get keys, which is what you use for authentication to use the API. Twitter has a bunch you use, and OpenAI has one. And that's basically it. Here's the actual Twitter account. I went and deleted all my comments and, well, yes, likes. But yeah, let's get into kind of how it works. So I refresh the page. These are tweets. And this is an ask function I created. It's a function called ask, and it's what I use to get a response. This is the function that I call down here to put the tweet into, to put it through the API into GPT-3 and create a response and give me that response. This line of code actually tweets it, which is new today. I didn't have it before. I went and read on how to do it. But yeah. Another thing, answer. So actually it returns this as like a dictionary is what it is. And so to pull the text, you have to call it like you would a dictionary, and that's what your answer is. I have a while loop, which is this is what pulls the tweets, the home tweets. This is my variable name. This is how you call the API and you get the timeline, which is this basically. Then I choose a random tweet because it pulls a bunch of them. I don't know the exact number, but oh, another thing, cool. So this is the line of code that likes the tweet when I pull it. And this .id is how it likes that specific tweet on Twitter through the API. If we click on a tweet, this is the Twitter ID, which is kind of cool. Let's actually back out of here. And we have to make it readable by both APIs. This was really hard to explain. I had to do a lot of reading on how it actually works, but basically you have to, the thing I got out of it was to put my variables that I've created into the JSON.dumps first, and then JSON.loads. I don't really know why, but I'm guessing for readability. So it can, you kind of got to convert it to JSON so it can be readable by the API if I were guessing. And yeah, and then we print the tweet and the response, but it actually tweets it over here. So if we run it, pulls the tweet, and you can actually hear my phone buzzing, tweets. I guess I ran out of requests. But it basically pulls this tweet and comes off with a response. This is the tweet and this is the response. This is the tweet and this is the response. And if we actually go look at Twitter, refresh my page, go look, it actually has a response to these. It tweets them and it likes the post that they came from, which is kind of cool how it is able to do that. Kind of wild, because I mean, I didn't say any of that, but it comes up with a response, and like I said, it does come up with hashtags and things like that. The GPT-3 is just actually crazy, and the fact that we're able to use it to make a Twitter bot. Earlier today, I actually had someone respond. It's actually this person right here responded to one of my AI tweets. It was kind of freaky. I think she might be depressed, but I probably shouldn't say that, because if this goes on YouTube, then I'm gonna have somebody after me. Anyway, that's basically, I mean, that's all it does. It's really fun. Mr. Goddard's next goal told me he wants me to put it up on the cloud. I got to fix whatever these problems are, why it breaks after a few. I know limits is an issue. I can run out of request. Things like that, I'd have to just put a timer, which is very easily done. But overall, it was a really fun project, and I don't think I'm done. There's so many more things I could do with this. Like, one of the things that it'll break to is if I've already liked the tweet that it pulls, it breaks because it can't like it again, because I had that in the request. I can make a little if statement. It'd be pretty easy. So like if this tweet has been liked, then go to the next tweet in the list of tweets that I pulled when I first originally ran the code. Yeah, that's pretty much all I've done. I made like a little user thing to access GPT-3 without going to GPT-3. Basically, I ask it anything in 144 characters or less, write about inflation. We'll just say that. And it'll contact the API, get it, and here's the response. Right there. And you can just keep asking it questions all you want. It's really cool. And you can set different parameters and stuff just like you can over here. But yeah, that's what I've done the last probably 3 or 4 weeks maybe. I've worked on it quite a bit. It's been kind of fun. Definitely probably the most fun project I've done, just because it's been challenging. I've done more reading than I have coding. I mean, you can see all the things that didn't work that I've printed and tried. There's a lot of trial and error, honestly. There was more error than anything. But that's what made it fun, you got to go back to the documentation and keep reading and trying to find what works. What is working? What is wrong with my code? Why isn't it working? Why am I getting these errors? It was just a lot of fun. And getting to learn about APIs, and now I get to flex on everybody that I'm a Twitter developer now, That's what this project got me, if anything. I'm basically best friends with Elon Musk. But yeah, this project was so much fun. This is what I've been working on a lot, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed. We'll see y'all in the next one.